Choo choo, motherfucker.
Probably not something I should have been saying in the first 5 or 10 minutes of the stream, but hey, I am sick and tired of trains. Uh, but anyway, aside from my personal preferences, howdy y'all. Name's Solomon Savage. How y'all doing? For those of you that don't know me, I am an independent sci-fi Western VTuber coming to you from the city of adversity. And today I'll be playing Ark, and I'll be talking a little bit about constructing the lore. Not of Ark, but of me and my channel. The kind of things that I go through and think about in order to, I think, broaden its appeal. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking to yourself, when have you ever explained the lore behind your character? All we hear is that you're a sci-fi Western VTuber, whatever that means. Well, what it means is that I am, well, there are elements of sci-fi, and there are elements of Western stuff. Oh my. I might have to make some adjustments to my, the stream here. It looks, it looks pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. We are chugging, so I'm probably going to have to lower the resolution and the settings quite a bit. So let's go ahead and turn the graphics down to low. Save, see if that does anything. Yeah, because it looked like stream was chugging quite a bit. And probably still is chugging. Let me take a quick listen. Okay. Alright, so it was just how it was looking on my end. For whatever reason, my my browser was chugging quite hard. And that's never a good thing. Let's see, what's got me weighing down? I got some rocks, I got some meat. Ooh, I got some prime meat. I need to put that away, for sure. Back to what I was saying. So, what's elements of sci-fi? Well, science fiction includes things like the very first sci-fi story ever written, which was attributed to Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. The story about the monster, more than it was about the doctor who made the monster. Now, science fiction is, by its definition, just stories that are told out of whole cloth, because fiction. And the science part is where you have all of these elements that comprise science, but aren't actually science. Sci-fi elements could be, include futuristic things like traveling amongst the stars, going to distant worlds, traveling to alternate universes, perhaps. Another element of sci-fi is medical technology that we have extrapolated to its absolute nth degree, like no one has ever done. Like, extrapolating. Okay, these are things that people think are impossible. So let's think of a way, narratively, that it could become possible. And then you have Western. Western, to me, is a genre of films, novels that take place at the end of the 19th century, thereabouts. Post Civil War, right around the time before electricity was really a thing. Now, the last documented cattle drive to Dodge City was somewhere in like 1920 or something like that. But that's at the very far end of the Western era. You could almost say that it's what became of. Give me a second. How do I phrase this? It's like before that, if you wanted to talk about genres, the piracy genre, where you have pirates traveling through the Caribbean and other places of the world, capturing ships, pillaging their stock, and then either sailing off in said ship or sending it to the bottom of the ocean. After collecting his treasure, of course. Western elements, kind of, in my view and in my estimation, kind of follow similar tracks, where in a Western you have a situation where somebody's looking for something, either salvation, looking for their someone to avenge themselves against. The story of a town that falls under hard times and then perhaps at the end manages to make a recovery after a profound amount of hostility, violence, or some other contrivance, I guess you could say, that complicates matters for the characters in it. And that's primarily the setting that I want to indulge in. So, where does sci-fi meet Western? Well, you think of Westworld, that's one of those examples where you have a sci-fi Western, where you have all this technology built into this amusement park for the super rich, where they can indulge in their every fantasy in a setting that is lawless but contemporary. As in, they don't have to think too hard about how to interact with this world because it's something that's familiar to them. That's what contemporary means. So let's go ahead and repair some equipment here while I'm yapping. So, you've heard me say in my opening that I come from a place called the City of Adversity. Well, adversity is as much a place as it is a state of mind. So, thinking about it, adversity, as I have come to conceptualize it, is kind of the central hub of the world around which my character is built. I mean, the character came first, but the world kind of came in afterwards. So, when we're talking about Solomon as a character, I know I am Solomon, so that makes it a little bit complicated. Thinking of Solomon as a character, breaking the kayfabe for you a little bit. To make him believable, I have to, in my mind, create a world around him. A place where he exists and that he has a purpose, a trade, things that he cares about, people that he loves, things that will affect him adversely as well as give him benefit, those sorts of things. So I needed to give him a place of operation, and that's where the City of Adversity comes in. Now, in my mind, the City of Adversity is I guess you could say it's a capital of sorts, a capital city, a place where people go to when they want to look for things that are difficult to find. Not only just a place where bureaucracy happens that allow people to do their daily lives, but also a place where people can shop, a place where people can find work, and for the more I guess you could say adventurous among us, you could find trouble, danger, excitement. In a word, adventure. I'll put some things back in my inventory here after repairing them. Let me go ahead and take a look at my equipment. Oh, yeah, this stuff needs to be repaired desperately. All right. Now, why am I rocking leather? Well, I have been suffering quite a bit from not being very good at the game, I guess you could say. So this leather is stuff that I've either made myself or have gotten out of care packages. Let's see now. There's a nice little green signal light saying that there's treasure over there for me to collect somewhere if I want it. And there's probably some more in the nearby area, but I'm not seeing any, honestly. I mean, there's another one over there right next to the obelisk. Oh my goodness. Do you really want it in my lap so bad? Come here. Come here, you. I don't know if you can hear this complaining little baby, but she desperately wanted to be up where I'm at. This is my dear, mostly blind cat named Frost. She is a primarily black cat. Now, you may also ask yourself, if your cat is black, why name them Frost? Well, looks like we got another care package descending somewhere. Okay, so I may have told the story before, but I found Frost in the attic of my house, which I am currently residing in, and she was a very small, very what's the word I'm looking for here? She was very much a kitten, and she was crying her head off. Now, where she was, now, my attic is unfinished, so it has a lot of ceiling joists, but not a whole lot of flooring. And the flooring is kind of staged around where people would need to walk, like vent controls and things of that nature. There's also an old HVAC unit up there in the attic that used to cool and heat the whole house. Why it was up in the attic, I do not know. Probably because the utility level hadn't been built yet. This house has gone under a couple of different reconstructions, so that's probably not very surprising to you. That being said, the place where she was in between two of the wall studs between the apartments that I have upstairs. I call them apartments because that's what they are. They have a separate stairwell that you have access to from the backside of the house, and it goes upstairs, and you have two spots up there. I have one tenant, and the other apartment is slated for, um, well, hopefully it's going to be my future office. That's the plan anyway. Been a little bit short on funds, mainly because I haven't been able to get a whole lot of work at the job that I currently have, but my hours are increasing now that summer's here, or soon to be here. Spring has just landed. And so we're seeing an increase in volume. But anyway, that's digressing a bit. Frost was caught in between the walls. She was several feet down from me, and I had to fish her up with a strand of twine. Now, when I picked her up, finally got her up to where I was, she was just a little thing, barely big enough to fit in the palm of my hand. And she had all black fur. She had a little touch of white right in the middle of her chest. And she also had white frosted tips on every single one of her little hairs. And it made it look like she was frosted. So we decided to call her Frost. Also, coincidentally, she was born during the last frost of the spring of that year. I believe she is now 7, because I found her in my attic the first year that I moved in here. Now, this little baby has been a pain in my ass, as well as a sweet, dear child, like she's being right now. She's being super sweet. She's got a lap to sit in. She's got a hand petting her. And she is being coddled, which is why I'm not doing a whole lot of anything on screen right now. Which is honestly too bad, because, you know, I could be doing stuff that would be more visually entertaining for you than just standing around watching the sunrise. But you know, it's not all that bad, I guess. My dear sweet baby. That's right. Just relax. No claws, please. I know that you're enjoying yourself, but please, I would like to keep my flesh intact, if at all possible. Your little paws and their claws are quite deadly. Of course, now that she's become somewhat blind, she's still able to discern shapes, but she's unable to recognize the cats that she is actually friends with and the cats with which she has beef. So anytime that she sees a cat-like shadow, she's very wary. Oh, look at that pretty, pretty sunrise. Very pretty. All right. I'm going to go drown myself in the river now. Well, not really. But I am going to go diving for silica pearls, because I need a lot of those. And for whatever reason, I never seem to find very many of them. Or at least not enough to fulfill my needs of the moment. So I'm going to take Leonardo here, and I'm going to roll into the surf and get some shit done, hopefully. Now, if I look at my map here, this is about the place where I'd be usually finding some pearls, anyway. Oh, hello, Ichthyosaur. Hello, piranhas. Gotta be careful not to hit Leonardo. I hit Leonardo. Alright, let's get back to the surface before I drown. Alright. You know, it took a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot. That's great. Alright. So, now that I'm done talking about Frost, let's go ahead and talk about more of what I see in the lore. Well, the next question you have to ask yourself is, okay, you want to build a world around this character. Good. That's a start. How far back do you want to go? Alright, these clams? I'm assuming so, yeah. I mean, they look like clams to me. Can't stay down here for very long. So, how far back do I want to go? Well, for me, that answer is kind of key to the setting, too. Gargle, gargle, gargle. Alright, let's see if I can't find some pearls here in shallower waters. I doubt it, but, you know, be a good try. So the answer that I decided on is that I want to go quite a ways back. Kind of explain why things are the way they are. But let's think on some more the reasons behind the reason why I want to go back as far as I do is because I want to explain why certain things exist in the modern era. So, I like to justify a lot of the things that I do. Ah, there's a clam. So what is the world that I want Solomon to occupy? Well, it's kind of what's it all comes down to part of the naming convention too. Solomon implies that he's wise in some way, and probably a way that I'm not actually in real life, but you know, you aspire to it. And then there's Savage. Well, Savage is kind of the world that he lives in. Solomon is by trade an explorer. And what does he have to explore? Well, he is in a frontier-like region, which I like to call the man-eating forest. It's kind of a... It's not exactly a name that rolls off the tongue, but it kind of describes it, doesn't it? So, to kind of illustrate that, you're looking at Ark here. I almost said Rust, but while Rust does carry a lot of elements that are similar to this, it's not the exact same as what I wanted. So, not only are there human dangers, there are also natural dangers. And I wanted to emphasize the nature part of the natural danger because that is the threat that the people of adversity as well as Solomon face on a daily basis. So, why is it savage? Well, the man-eating forest being nearby is just that. It's a area of great danger, but also hides great treasure. Now, what kind of treasure would be interesting? Gold and jewels, while staples of treasure hunting fables from time immemorial, don't seem to fit the theme very much, does it? Or at least it doesn't fit the theme that I want to strike. So, what other things could you find in a place where nobody goes to? Well, what if they used to? What if there used to be a great world spanning civilization that was very much in charge of the world, much like our modern era is? But, even more developed. Now we get into questions of, well, how developed do you want it to be? It's like, well, why set limits on ourselves? Let's go ahead and make it as dystopian as freaking possible. Just to see how far it will go. So that was my train of thought when coming up with this ancient civilization. Okay, so what was their bag? Their bag was controlling the world via their creations, one of which being people, and several more of which creatures that perform various tasks. You'll have creatures that are adept at digging, that are adept at cleaning up the messes that other creatures make, whether it be corpses or things of that nature, stemming the population so that the ecosystem can still thrive. So we are at a point, you and I, well, people of the real world, are at a stage in our evolution and our grasp of the world that we are substituting ourselves a lot in the place of nature. We're interfering with a lot of natural systems that have been around for billions of years before people ever came onto the scene. We're actually just a very small section of the world's timeline. So, given that thought, oh no, my Rhonda, why were you killed? Oh, my stego. Well, and you were killed by a low-level creature too. That's even worse. Well, I'm gonna have to go over there and recover her stuff because she had a lot of gear and things on her. I don't want that stuff to disappear. I just gotta figure out where her corpse is. Now, she was right over here near the front, what I consider my base. Like I said, back to the topic at hand. Human beings are kind of at this point in our development where we've taken over a lot of the things that nature used to do and take care of for granted. Poor girl. Well, okay. I didn't lose a whole lot. Just a bunch of fruit. I'll fill my inventory up and put it in the cooler. Let's go out and find another stego. Or at least go back and retrieve Spike. Who I left way the frick over there. Across dangerous terrain. Okay, that's the seed bed. Okay, this is where the green ones go. Still got plenty of room in here. Let's go ahead and just plop her in. Alright, that's as much as that's going to be filling up for, so I think I'll just throw the rest into Bertha here, so she'll have something to chaw on. A little bit more of this and some thatch, and then Let's go ahead and dispose of the body. Ooh. You got some good meat. Alright. So, fuel, meat, more meat. Light the fire. Fire, fire, light the fire. The question is, which one's gonna go first? Actually, let's make sure that this cooks first. Just to be sure. Because that prime meat, it spoils fast. But I've been cooking it, and I've been storing it over here. Because prime meat doesn't stack, so it just fills up inventory slots like nobody's business. And when you got structures and storage that are built like this, where each individual slot matters, having stacks is really the only way to go. As you can see, I just start with a whole lot of meat. But anyway, back to the story. Alright. I need y'all to stop roaming around so much and come back over here where I can control you better. Alright, everybody, follow me. Neutral status. Let's go. Everybody follow. Neutral status. Alright, everybody, wait. Alright, land please. Land please. Thank you. And you. Land please. Wow, all the way over there, huh? Rika, follow me. Claire, why didn't you follow? Are you stuck? I think Claire's stuck. There we go. Alright, trot your ass on over here. Y'all stay next to the food bowl, please. Alright. Everybody, wait. Okay, good. I didn't have to tell you to land this time. Alright. And I've got Leonardo all the way over here by himself. That's fine. Alright. Oh, corn. How's my corn doing? I got corn. Hooray. Now, how about you? I got some potatoes. I got some carrots. And some lemons. Cool. So yeah. Themes of people stepping into positions that they didn't naturally inherit, but just assumed, is one of those themes that I want to kind of explore with this character. I'm a little hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and eat something. Alright, food is shooting up. That is what we like to see. Very good. Now, I'm carrying like half of my weight here in stuff. Let's go ahead and put these fruits in here. Stack up this meat. And I'll give them a little bit more meat because I have carnivores here, as well as herbivores. I will take the spoiled stuff though, because I need to make trank stuff. So naturally, when you think about taking over systems that you don't fully understand, there are going to be problems. Now, the precursor species that I'm thinking about, they are very, very capable beings, clearly, since they have made people and they have made animals which do work for them in various degrees, because if you're going to take over natural systems, why not use natural things in order to do it? At least that's the thought process. This in a very viable large crop plot or a frightening looking defensive plant which will shoot poisonous spores at any interlopers. Okay, that sounds like fun. And they don't frickin' die, which is great. But anyway, the problem comes is when you stretch yourself too far. Well, in the lore, I'm toying with the idea that just one day, out of the blue, that these masters of man and beast are suddenly no longer there. Their control systems that they use to keep the planet a paradise are now under nobody's guidance or control. So, things go to pot. Beasts don't take input from man. Man suffers the wrath of the beasts, and everything goes into a dark age. People flee the cities and centers of culture that the bygone species created with their help. They're all abandoned, and mankind goes off into places. Sweetheart, quit tangling with my mic, please. Please, I love you. Please stop. I will cuddle it. Please stop. Such an affectionate little creature. I love her so much. But yeah, the world goes to pot. Man and beast are striving against one another for supremacy in the food chain. Now, mankind is able to resurrect some of the legacies of their creators, harnessing technology that they use for various purposes for the means of securing their future as a species. And of course, once that happens, people create nations, empires, and things of that nature, and they go about looking for more of the ancient technology that the bygones created in order to increase their standing, make sure that their citizens are seen as the primary example of humanity on the planet, and people will have problems with that, so they'll go to war with each other, that sort of thing. Eventually, there's really no safe place for anyone to go to. War is just a part of life now. Except that there is a section of the planet that is deemed so inhospitable to people that no one has ever dared to go there for any long, protracted period of time and set up a city or a nation or a place where people can go to. Well, eventually, somebody had the bright idea, hey, if nobody wants to go there, then this is the perfect place to go to avoid the horrors and destruction that comes with being in a war-torn society. So, they gathered friends, family, people of similar thought, and a commitment to never indulging in warfare or nationalism on the scale that has been anathema to them, that has caused them to flee from places that they used to call home to the most inhospitable environment on the planet. And that is situated around this man-eating forest. So, you have a population of people who are dedicated to the idea of peace, of taming a wilderness, and perhaps making a safe place for kindred souls like them to gather together and build something that can endure. That's what adversity is to me. So, having explained all that, do you think it's a little bit easier to understand now? You know what? I hope that my mic is still working. Just want to make sure. Give me a second here. Yeah, okay. Everything's still working just fine. Just want to make sure. Because you never can tell. Okay, so we have these bygone ruins scattered about the landscape. You got people who are looking to make a name for themselves, get a little bit of treasure, a little bit of scratch. So those people also congregate to the frontier because, well, every other spot's contested, right? Here, at least, all you have to do is contend with some very robust and dangerous creatures, which by themselves would be enough of a deterrent for most folks in our world. But here, everybody's scratching to make a living. And this whole frontier area kind of comes together as a loose band of different clans, groups, ideologies, that sort of thing. Kind of a melting pot, if you will. I think you might be able to see where I'm going with this. People who were sick of the way things were, people who were done with the endless warring and pride and nationalism and the poison that goes along with fascism and all of that. Across the world, endure hardship in order to find a place that they can call home. I know it's romanticism, maybe a little bit of colonialism too. I accept that. I understand that colonialism has a very, very bad connotation these days, and deservedly so. And no one likes to talk about it. But I want to talk about it. Anyway, I guess I got a little maudlin there. My apologies. And by the way, when I say I want to talk about it, I don't mean that I want to get into arguments or screaming matches or any of that sort of thing about this. This is just a fantasy that I am developing for the entertainment of the masses. So it's kind of antithetical for me to espouse things that people would consider bad. But in order to give context to good things, you also have to have things that are bad, categorically. Human trafficking, slavery, things of those nature. Those are signposts that we can point to and say, hey, these are bad things. Bad people do these things. Don't be a slaver. Don't be a human trafficker. By displaying these things in media, we're not trying to say, hey, these things are actually great secretly. No, we're not. And I am not. So, I use these things in story as context for where the bar is set to be a good person and what you consider heroic and villainous. See how that works? Without the contrast of bad shit, you can't have good shit. It's all part of the big smelly pile that we call life. It's all in there, integrated together. And confronting the bad things, making it so that people don't have to suffer, is a good thing. Showing people suffering is not espousing suffering. It's not espousing violence to show violence. You show violence to give people context for what is bad. When bad things happen to good people, that's a terrible situation to be in. Nobody wants to be in that situation. So people either rise to the occasion or they find someone to intercede on their behalf who is actually capable of handling the situation. Somebody who's, say,
An expert.
and when I say expert, I mean
Expert.
so in westerns you would have black hats, you'd have the white hats. Black hats are basically people of morally questionable motivation. You got the uh, the corrupt mayor, the outlaw gang that rules over the town with the iron thumb. Then you got the white hats. You got people who stand up for common decency. These could be everyday members of the town or village that you're in, or it could be someone who's riding in from outside, seeing the bad situation, seeing a bunch of people who are helpless against it, and does something about it. That person is considered a white hat. And then you have the red hats. Somebody who does not fit a neatly explained category, like the black hat or the white hat. They kind of sit somewhere in the middle, where they have character flaws, noticeable ones that are not easily, what is the word? You would be right to think that in some ways they are absolute jerks. Sometimes dangerous individuals because, they got hangups, they got problems, they've got issues. They can be confrontational types. People who see something that they don't like stand up and do something about it. Whether for good or for ill, that's in the eye of the beholder. And red hats, red hat is not exactly a good comparison here. Maybe gray hat would be better. You got black, you got white, and then you've got gray. Many shades in between those two extremes. So, we've got this frontier land. Let's call it confederation, not a confederacy, but a confederation. There's a difference. Kind of a hegemony, a hodgepodge of different groups that have different cultural identities, but all within the same geographical area and more than likely moving toward the same goals. Now, these different enclaves were created with the intent of not creating conflict. Ergo, when somebody's in trouble, everybody acts in group defense. They all work together to solve a problem. Now, sometimes some regions will come under specific issues that are only endemic to their area. Well, they'll develop procedures, ideas, and group people up so that they can take care of things so that, they don't get out of hand. And those specialists can sometimes go to other areas when similar problems pop up. So you've got a nice little interchange going on here. Some people will have access to certain resources, say like a specific type of wood, which is, well sought after, good for building. You got other people who like mine rock, who go after ores like iron, copper, useful things. You got a place where artisans work and where people are training to cultivate the land in a way that won't leave it a sandy pile. That's another thing that I want to make clear about this setting that I'm developing. So, given the length of time that the bygone civilization has been missing for, and the level of control that they had over the environment, means that they had to handle a lot of things, like how to keep the soil from becoming a sandy wasteland. Well, when you control the weather and the weather patterns go out of control, all of a sudden you've got places where it turns into like a dense jungle, like the area that you see in front of us right now. And then you've got other places that are inundated by water from sea level rise and from glacial melting. And then you've also got places that go the opposite direction, where the air is arid, the moisture's been stripped out of it from geographical obstructions like mountains or other sorts of physical obstructions, crosswinds. Inevitably, you're going to end up with a barren area. And what you may not know is that most jungles are actually very nutrient poor, because everything within the environment is working to a specialized purpose, a species specialization. So you'll get an environment like this jungle here. You'll clear it off. You'll say, "Hey, I can start farming crops here. Great. All of these plants here must mean that the soil is fertile." Not necessarily so. So this happens a lot in Brazil, where they'll clear off whole sections of the rainforest, turn it into farmland, and then a couple of years the ground is so infertile and has no nutrients left in it that it just turns to desert. It's a wasteland out there. And in order to keep the farmers from going belly up, the government cedes them new territory, allows them to shift their operations, and the process starts all over again. Eventually, you'll end up with smaller and smaller rainforest, less rain, and all of the nutrients and stuff are just sucked up out of the soil by the crops, or they blow away in the wind, or with what rain that's left, they get washed away down the Amazon. Ooh, we got a drop nearby. I think I'll go check that out. So, one of the elements that I want to talk about, that I want to explore, come here, Claire, we're going for a little ride, is that while this world that I've created is a very difficult place to live, you can't just destroy the environment to get rid of the dangerous creatures. You can't just burn down the forest and hope that you'll catch all the creatures in it. One, they'll all run away. Well, most of them will run away. Some of them get caught in the blaze, but all you'll have left is a big ass spot where the land has been burned down. Nothing left but ash. You got all that loose soil. Eventually, it's just going to desertify. And the soil being nutrient poor doesn't help matters either. So even if you try to reclaim the land, it's going to take years, maybe even decades or centuries before it becomes someplace that you can inhabit again. So you gotta make do with what you got. You can't just cull a bunch of creatures from the environment and hope that the land will stay as viable as it had been. Because the creatures are now a part of the ecosystem. All of these systems feed back on each other. You remove one element and then there's a domino effect. It's a lot like when predator populations like wolves in North America were eliminated. Or, for example, like how buffalo population went down because the United States military wanted to starve out the native populations of the Native American tribes and take away their food source. So they just slaughtered whole herds of buffalo. They didn't even keep the pelt or the meat. It just rotted there under the sun. It was a total war type situation where nobody came out of it smelling like a rose. Eventually, there were no buffalo left. Native Americans ended up on reservations, and federal government took over the land they once possessed. It's not a virtuous circle. It's a vicious one. Oh, I see raptor. Alright. I'm gonna try some. I'll shoot you in the butt. Oh, he's an alpha. Is he? Ah! She got in the way. Unfortunate. Kind of to illustrate my point here. Yeah, that was an alpha raptor. So, we'll just respawn at the bed. Thankfully, it's not far. I'll just grab my other trike and pick up where I left off. Actually, I'll probably take Bertha. Let's take Bertha. You follow me. You know, I'm wearing next to nothing. I don't know why I'm overheating. I know. The heat index is probably pretty high around here. So I'm going to go over there. Farm my corpse. Hopefully the raptor will have moved on. But that was unfortunate. Yeah, my dino got caught in the crossfire. Not cool. But you know what? Easily replaced. Looks like we're in for some rain. Okay. Okay, Earth has made landfall. Good. Go ahead and make landfall ourselves. Running around my skivvies. Doesn't exactly turn on a dime, I know. But we'll make it. Okay. But yeah, with the effect set to low, so that I can make sure that I'm like not taking up too many of the system resources. I'm only doing the streaming on one box. I don't have a streaming PC and a gaming PC. I just got one that does both. Maybe not particularly well, but good enough. And given the prices of everything right now, it's probably the best I'm going to be able to do for the time being. Until everything gets straightened out. Oh no. Alright. We're going to give this guy a wide berth if we can. He's kind of camping my corpse, though. That's not great. Yeah, I kind of picked a fight I didn't need to. Which kind of illustrates the point, you know? This being a savage area. Come on, Bertha. Oh no. He's gonna kill her. Alright. Looks like I'm going to have to wait for my bed to respawn, so I'll just end up someplace random and hopefully make it back home. Okay, that was not great. However, there is a cache nearby. I'll go ahead and go raid. Yeah, that's not far. There it is. It popped in. Let's see if I can get anything good out of this. Given that I've got nothing to carry right now, I can drop this off at the house and then go on back over to where my critters are. Okay, so we got campfire, some charcoal, some food, sleeping bag, and some other shit. Very cool. Alright. Oh wow, I am a long way from home. Like, almost 3,000 meters from where I died. Thankfully, I got some resilience. But yeah, I want to make the man-eating forest someplace that you don't mess around in. Kind of like this place. The island is a great place. It's got a lot of great resources and things that you can use to improve your situation. But, all that said, you gotta go through a whole lot of struggle in order to get anything that's worth it. Here I am, picking my way across the terrain, just trying to get back to where I had set up my camp from before. I guess I could have been a little bit more specific about what area I wanted to spawn in, but, you know, I figured this would be a good enough illustration of why you don't fuck around and find out, you know? I guess I'm just rambling. Not being very cohesive or cogent. A lot of the stuff that I'm talking about really doesn't have any overlap. Just a group of different concepts nested together. So, while I was sticking around with this, I figured, you know, it'd be a good way for me to illustrate, you know, how I would view the world that I'm building around Solomon. And, you know, sort of things that I find cool and interesting, and what some of the takeaways can be from that. So, if you have any thoughts on that, feel free to leave a comment or whatnot. Okay, that's not a bear, right? No, good. Because bears suck. Okay. Getting a little bit closer. Go ahead and recharge more of the old stamina before I cross the water here. I might die to a piranha. Died to a piranha. Alright. Bed's ready yet? Respond simple bed. Okay, cool. Hey, Bertha's still alive. That's a good sign. Now, I'll probably find a paper bag. Right over where I died at. And my trike, Claire, passed. Alright, I'm getting close to the shallows now. I should be able to get away from these guys. And as a matter of fact, they're kind of helping me towards the shallows too, which is great. I appreciate that, piranhas. You guys suck. I wouldn't be surprised I get over there where my corpse is and I'll probably find half of my armor broken. It's part of the reason why I've been sticking with leather armor instead of... Oh, guy, you make a lot of noise for something so small that I can't even ride. I mean, maybe I could ride if they were bigger. All right. Where are we at? You killed the raptor. Oof. You look pretty beat up, girl. Let's check you out. Get you some more HP. Yeah, 2K sounds good. And let's increase your stamina. And your weight. Okay, more health. 2,500 health. That sounds real good. Where is my corpse? Not that I had anything on my corpse, mind you. Alright, this is about the last place I was alive at when I first died. I think I see it. Yep, there it is. Okay, that's Claire's corpse. So I can go ahead and take the... Yeah, I'll take all of this, why not? Claire, you were a good beast. You can come with me. Now, where's my body? Alright, if I walk this way... It's gotta be nearby, right? Oh, there it is. There's all my shit. Yeah, look at it, half broken. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and take all of this, why not? I can carry it. Besides, even if I couldn't, Bertha's right here. How you doing, Bertha? Alright. Carry some of this meat for me, along with this thatch. Take cat 2. Drop that. Don't need it anymore. Oh, Alpha Raptor Claw, huh? Garbage. Yeah, I'm not real big around trophies. We'll take these, though. Just in case I run into something I need to tame or want to tame. Also take a stack of meat. Let's go ahead and equip our gear. Oh, ramshackle hide shirt. Pants. Okay, so ramshackle, better than primitive. And then you got apprentice, which is better than that. Color coding, very useful in games. All right, how you doing, baby? I need you to get down now because you are making my lap uncomfy. You are too heavy, and I am too weak. Oh, you hear that growl? Not like that. There you go. Be gone. I got you in a sneezing fit now. All right. Well, anyway, now that I've gotten that out of the way. Oh, there you are, you little bastard. What you got in there? Anything? Nothing? All right. Well, let's chop this up. Oh, he's got some prime meat on him. Okay. Let's do some cooking. All right. We got any wood? No, of course not. Now let's go ahead and get some wood. That'll do. Now where did I put that fireplace at? Oh, there it is. Okay. Wood, light fire. Put some of this prime meat on the barbie. Still recovering your health there. I guess that's no surprise. You got a lot of health to recover. Phew, you got scratched up real good, kid. Real good. Alright. Next. Speaking of cooking stuff, go ahead and see about unleashing some snacks for me. Out of bags and such. Not what I wanted you to do, but there you are. Alright, sweet or savory? That is the question. I think I'll go with savory today.
I wish there was a way I could preserve some of this. Probably some technology I haven't unlocked yet. Because the majority of this meat's going to spoil. Maybe about half. Alright. What a thing to see when I turn around. Okay. I'm going to handle the poop. Because I need the poop. Worth it. Follow me, please. We're going home. Because that thing that we were looking for earlier, it's gone. Hopefully she doesn't get stuck on every bit of terrain. But she doesn't exactly turn on a dime now, does she? Knocking trees over. Yeah, there you go. That's the stuff. I'm glad that she was actually able to take out that raptor. I know he was only like mid-20s, but she was far lower than that, even though she got way more health than he does. That rat bastard had so much health it made me sick. And putting out so much damage at the same time. Not great. I'm gonna have to make her a saddle soon. Alright, I don't care about the lava store. Ah, I missed him. Alright, why did I miss? That's better. I probably need to make a scope for this damn thing. That's probably the reason why I'm not hitting anything. Alright. Nothing there, so let's go ahead and chop them up. Always use a little bit lower leather. Oh. Very cool. Hey. Little bastages. Knock it off. You know, maybe I can do pearl diving now that I actually can see what I'm doing. I have a question. Does Bertha actually swim? Yeah, she does. Okay. Good to know. Pardon me there. Kind of bumped my mic. Alright, sweetheart, get your head above water. Let's go. There she is. Good job. Come on onto the beach. And put my weapon away so I don't actually hurt you or anything. Alright. You keep on following me. I'm gonna go ahead and go to that care package. It's green. It might have something decent in it. Let's see what happens. Ah! You know what's great about the ocean? You can poop anywhere. Okay, Ichthyosaurus saddle. I am a little pest. Couldn't even see his ass. Oh, I see. I'm overweight. That's why I'm swimming so slow. Well, I brought Bertha along. Here, you can carry your own poop. Let's see now. What's weighing me down much? The Ichthyosaur. Trike saddles. Another Ichthyosaur saddle. Alright. You can carry more weight now. Alright, let's go. Alright, come on over here, Bertha. I need you to be close to the storage containers so I can actually deposit stuff in here. Come on. Come on, girl. There she comes. What a good bean you are. Good girl, Bertha. Good girl. Alright. Let's see. What do I want to deposit? You can keep most of the fruit, actually. Take the thatch. I'll take the poop. Take that. I'll take those. Why not? All right. Put the thatch in here. Primitive wooden shield. Probably won't need using that. All right. Tell you what. I'm gonna take a small break here. Be right back. All right, I'm back. How y'all doing? All right. So, now that I've gotten my shit back together, I guess you could say, even though I'm down one trike. Speaking of which, I need to put that saddle on the other one. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Hey, Carl. How you doing? Oh, you got a couple more points. Oh, you're at level 100 now. Very good, very good. Okay, more health. Let's get you some more melee damage. Why not? Alright. Let's go ahead and equip you with a saddle. Be the one I didn't pick up, right? Yeah. Go figure. It was the one that I didn't get. Oh, hey, Bertha. Thanks for following along. Appreciate that. Alright. Let's go ahead and put this saddle on him. Ichthyosaurus. Now, bring this to mind. Blueprint. Journeyman cloth gloves. Okay. We can use this in a... Oh, that's actual equipment. Duh. I'm losing my mind here. Alright. Cold resist, heat resist. Not that great, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I guess that comes up to the next part. It's like, what kind of tone do I want to set with all of this lore building? Well, the answer to that is not as straightforward as all of that. Okay, so got 2 apprentice Ichthyosaurus saddles. Let's go ahead and sort you by alphabetical. Doesn't seem to be sorting very well. Type. Delacoleal saddle. Yelmia. Parasaur, of course. I'll deal. Go ahead and fix that and then put it away. Alright. In fact, I probably need to fix all of this. Except for that one. Repair. 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 And repair. Head. Legs. Storage. All right. Go ahead and put the charcoal in here. Put the premium meat away. I'll let you keep some of that meat. Take the spoilage off you. Everything else is negotiable. Alright. That over here too. Alright, Paris platform. Pronto saddle, Paris saddle. Okay. Now I could go ahead and keep trying to gather silica pearls to make this platform, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and just make a standard saddle so I can ride the dino that I've got. Alright. What's your situation? Okay. You could use some more spark powder, which I will get for you. Take the partial stack, why not? There we go. Alright. Bertha. Get you saddled up, girl. No, saddle. Thank you. What a line of view. See, that's how it's supposed to work. Everybody, follow me. We'll straighten this up. And wait. Just kind of burying herself in Bertha's hind section. That's fine, I guess. Y'all wait. All right. So the question still remains, how serious about all of this do I want to be? Ooh, yeah. I gotta get rid of these crystals. Put them on there. No interrupted. There we go. My weight's nice and reduced now. Probably still hanging on to a few pounds because of the weight of all this wood. Alright. Now, I need a Pteranodon saddle. Allosaurus, Bronto, Parasaur, Anklo, Gallimimus. Okay. So I just gotta craft this from my inventory. Great. Alright. Alright. PT. Raptor. Pteranodon. Okay. I need chitin or keratin and more hide. Alright. Where did I put all my chitin / keratin? Not here, clearly. Here? Oh, there's some chitin and some keratin. Between the two, I've got enough. I got any hiding over here? I feel like I should have more than this. There's some more keratin. Another stack of leather won't hurt. Let's go ahead and craft one. All right, we got Terry here. You are getting a saddle, sir. Did I poop or did you? Somebody pooped. It was very, very loud. It was you. You pooped. All right. Well, I'm going to put that in the fertilizer box. You always need just a little bit more. Alright, let's light the fire. Go ahead and put that in there too. Let's hook up a few more bits of wood. Why not? Medical. I got plenty of cooked fish and cooked meat. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Just cook on that while I'm mulling over this problem. Okay. Waters of an OSR. What's an OSR, though? All right. Terry, you and I are going to go on a trip. We're going to see if we can't say hello to Spike. All right. Let's up that stamina. I forgot the C button does that. I was expecting to descend, but not like that. See if we can't put down on that ledge over there. Land, please. Still haven't figured that part out. No, let me look at my keybinds. Okay. Fly. Whistle. Remote key 1, remote key 2. Attack this. Whistle all move 2. Tracked. All follow me. Okay. Defecate. Head. Zoom in, iron sights. Okay, item slots. HUD toggle. Drive manager, chat box. Push to talk. Drag. Dino air brake. I don't see one that's specifically to land. No, crouch is C. X is prone. Alright. Go ahead and let him get his stamina back. He's a wee bit winded, though. See that torpor symbol there. Need to give him a stim or something. So, with all of this lore stuff that I've plotted out for you guys, the next question I need to ask is, how serious do I want to set the tone? Now, I don't want the setting to be grimdark, despite the darkness of the setting. As we know from Fallout, not every setting is built the same. Interesting. That, Ah! So space toggles flight. I see. I understand now. Alright. Now that we got that out of the way. I've figured it out. But yeah. Fallout, the TV show, well, and the video games, while having fairly dark themes built into it, doesn't mean that the show itself is dark. And that one can devise a great amount of humor out of it, if that's what you're inclined to do. Hey, Spike, how you doing, buddy? Poor guy. All alone out here. How about you follow me, Terry? Follow me and Terry here. All right. That's a pity. I can't see the corpses in this light. Oh, anyway. I should check out what's in here. Some seeds, some bows, and a saddle. What else did they leave in there for me? That's neat. Alright, we got Gallimimus over there. Alright. Now I gotta figure out a way to get us all home. Good. Alright, Terry. Damn. Oh shit. Alright. This is the part of the reason why I was never able to get Terry home. I mean, Spike. Spike, I could never get him home. Let's go ahead and throw some health his way. Oh, not again. Oh no, it's an alpha. Well, Terry's down. So Spike. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, he was only a level 7. Jeez. Or is that 71? I can't tell. Well. Gotta get back there somehow. Bertha looks like it's gonna be my best bet. I'll be able to carry all that shit back. Now, she is kind of my pack mule, so I guess that's gonna have to do. Alright. So, possible paths to navigate. Crossing the swamps, going along the shoreline would probably be the easiest one to get, the easiest way to get there. Everything else is trying to climb that frickin' mountain. Here I am, naked, going off into the dark, dark forest. Oh, I need to take and turn her gathering off. Gathering. Off. Alright, that's not bad. Not necessary either. By the time I get there, it might actually be daylight. If I get there at all. All right. Navigate in this direction, maybe. Yeah, this way. Our girl's got a nice amount of stamina on her. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Alright, you're gonna go right off this cliff, girl. I'm gonna zigzag down this hillside here. To the Pteranodon. Well, I do need to replace Terry for sure. Alright. Now here we are at the swamp. Alright. I see. See one of those bastards over there. I don't have my trank dart, so I'm not going to try taming it. Now I just need to find a route around him. Thankfully, the swamp is pretty shallow. It's not going to impede her speed any. Alright, you went up a level. Very good. Go ahead and give you some more health. Alright, I can't see a damn thing. This is a problem. Yeah, I'm assuming that it's as absolutely difficult to see as it is for me, as it is for you. The fuck? Who just hit me? Ah, I've run into the male of the species. Hi, girlfriend. You can't come up in my lap anymore. You've already had lap time. Sweetheart, get down. Love you, but enough. Okay, I'm running straight into a tree now. A giant-ass tree. Ah. Let's just back up a little bit. Back it up. Make a left-hand turn. Thank you. I can see it breaking the trees. Oh no. Dire bear. This is not good. Oof. Man. That was... Okay, well, wasn't as bad as it could have been. So where's the bear? I want to see the corpse. Corpse or it didn't happen. You know, I could probably just stomp and get the goods. Yeah? No? Oh well. Plodding forward. slowly. I'm curious, what time in the morning is it? Only 4. Well, I was right. It might be right around time for the sun to come up by the time that we actually get there. Is that another beacon for... I think it might. Yes, it's another one coming down. Interesting. Alright. Now I can see a little bit better. Let's go ahead and move. Alright, Dimorphodons. Please just die. Thank you. Take on mastics. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Yeah, the only thing about driving around with this thing is that if I use sprint speed and I run over something and don't kill it, it'll probably follow after me and try to attack me. Is that a moose? I think that was a moose. Alright, getting in range here. Hopefully that Carnotaurus is going to be gone. Because that was freaking annoying. Alright. Here's my stuff. Take all of that. Pick up a rock for sides. Alright. Alright. Back in business. You got anything in you? Thankfully, you had a little bit of keratin in you. Alright. So we'll go ahead and put that packy saddle in there, along with these. That. Drop that. You can also take this, and this, this. Don't know why I kept carrying that around. I'm gonna need those. Trank arrow. Blueprint. Alright. Follow me if you would. Alright. Should have a couple saddlebags here. Cool. Okay. That was Spike. And here's Terry. Why do you have primitive cloth boots? Drop those. Take the saddle. Trank. Drop the spear. Drop the hatchet. Alright. Those will eventually decay. Oh, an opportunity presents itself. Where'd he go? Ah, missed my chance. Hey, you're too small to ride. Well, let's keep heading west. I don't want to go back over the mountain again. Oh. Go to sleep. Alright, well that's a female, so not what I was looking for. Alright. Whoa! Well, there's Carnotaurus again. Damn it, missed. No, not Bertha. Well, that sucked. Just lost all that equipment. I can't find where she died at. Where's the bag? jar there. Clean up all this brush. Maybe I'll be able to find it. This is where she fell, right? There she is. All this prime meat. All this bogus shit from where she ate me from before. Oh, hey. Found a few odd things. Simple pistol, huh? I have any bullets for that thing? Probably not. Oh, man. Take the saddle. Take that saddle. Take the carrots and... Oh, sweetheart, I love you, but no, stop. Please. Please stop. All right. All right, let's try that again. Here. I'm not going to cook all this, so you can try and eat it. And here, have some regular meat too. Why the hell not? Oh my god. Another opportunity presents itself. All right, girl, enough. Stop. Baby, I don't want you in my lap anymore. Please quit. Pteranodons are such slow eaters. Oh no, not another alpha connotor. Here's a question. Do I? No. Found it. Get rid of that thing. I don't need that weighing me down. Jeez. Some racks. Shit in leggings. You know what? Better than what I've been wearing. Go ahead and put the pistol on here, even though I don't got any ammo. So many dead critters. I thought maybe by chance she had eaten one of the prime meats by now. Eat already. This son of a bitch might not even be worth it. Wow. I may have to shoot her again just to get her to eat one more, like, half bite. Yeah, I guess I could always make a club. Got any wood on me? Yeah, I got wood. Okay. Club. Club. There. That should be enough to get her to the finish line. I should probably try to tame a Gallimimus. Just for the hell of it. Do I have anything I can use to make a saddle out of it? Gallimimus, hide, fiber, metal ingots. Yep, that's what I thought. Too bad. Alright. I'm gonna punch him again when he gets down to 10. Stay unconscious. There we go. Okay, let's see. I missed. Damn it. Oh, it's a bear. Stay away from the bear. Those little fuckers move fast. Oh yeah, are you stuck? Oh, what? Oh no, you got hit by a dart, didn't you? I'm gonna have to wait for you to wake up. Oh, great raptors. I knew he's hungry. I wish you would wake up though. I have no idea how they managed to catch a crossbow bolt. When I was shooting at the Gallimimus on the ground, you were in the air. No clue. Not one. A stego! Well, I need one to replace the one I lost. Well, technically two now. Alright, Talia, you'll be fine sleeping it off. Oh. Even bigger monster. I have no idea what to do about you. Fuck around and find out, I guess. Good thing he's such a big target to hit. Well, I guess he finally fell over. Hey, sleepy boy. Put some of this in there. Your torpor is falling off way faster than your food is, so yeah, I have a feeling that this is going to be a tough one. If if I can get you to ingest some of those narco berries, I can keep you under. But I doubt it. Oh, hey, Talia. Nice to see you. Now, I want you to stay high. And I also... let's try... Ah, yeah. Okay. Passive flee. Make you carry a little bit more weight. Because I don't want you to hang around while you're being attacked. I want you to run away. Aberrant carrier. Yeah, look at that. Barely lost 40 of its hunger. Cool. Yeah, see that? All of his, almost half his meters down. I'm probably going to have to make this guy go to sleep several times in order to get him to be tamed. If I can get him to be tamed. Because I ended up taking up about a third of his health out of it by tranking him. And then he ran away and fell asleep. Now, if I can keep these stegos close, and if he doesn't go after them when he wakes up, I might be able to snag myself a stego. Right now, I gotta make sure I focus on his ass to get him tamed. Because, I'll be frank, I'm getting tired of getting my ass chewed up out here. What do you got, buddy? Alright. Increase your carry weight there. Oh my. Sorry. A couple of my cats just got into a fight. I wish they got along better. But like I said, Frost not being able to see who it is that's in front of her makes it so she can't trust nobody. And when they growl at her, on top of everything else, yeah, just sets her off. She's a sweet cat otherwise. She's just not very sociable with the other cats. I have a feeling I'm going to make this guy wake up a lot before I can tame him. If I can tame him. I'm going to stay near his hind end. For when they eventually wake up, this old girl not going to be very happy with me. Nope, most certainly not. Well, I kind of knew that would happen. All right. Where are you again? There you go. And all that, and I didn't bother to take a look at what species she was. Hey guys. Pelagornis. Okay. All right. Do 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 do. Oh, hey. Chitin, hide, fiber. Generate some of that stamina. Now, I originally came all the way over here looking for an ankylosaur, so I can like break rocks and shit. That did not work out the way I'd hoped. Mainly, no ankylosaur. The fuck? A microraptor, huh? Good job, Pelagornis. All right. Though they are a little bit daffy. Or Ricka. All right. Stegos. Well, that's cute. Hey, it's a Bronto. Ah, do not want to set down just yet. All right. We got plenty of things that are over there that are going to cause us lots of trouble. Mainly, those raptors. Yeah. That sucked. This is a very contested area, I see. He's burdened, but he can still fly. let's get away from all that crazy over there. Then I can sort my inventory out and see what I can leave behind and what I can do without. Can't repair. Out of heights. Drat. Alright, well, it's gonna go on the body anyway. Get some pants on. And hands. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, you know what? I didn't find out where my pterosaur was killed so that I could get the saddle back. Oh, with those raptors bouncing around, I don't think I want to know. Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. That's gonna put us overweight again. But I can access our inventory and drop off a few things. Ah, there we go. That'll do. Up. And it dissolved before my very eyes. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, let's check this shit out. Oof. The Carnotaurus. There's another Spinosaur. this pod's still descending. I should be okay up here. Let's see who wins. I want him to go over there and pick a fight. Well, he's managed to nip a couple out of the air. Still got one to go. Come on, big guy, you can do it. I believe. You got that terror bird over there and that carnosaur. Ah. Oh, now they're beefing. Maybe. Carnosaur doesn't appear to be fighting back. Doesn't even seem to know that they're there. Interesting. Let's see if I can land a shot. Oh, definitely not that one. He's gonna try to come over here and get me, but he's not gonna be able to. Oh yeah, that's an alpha, all right. Too many bushes in the way. Can't see. I can't see. Yeah, now I'm free. Right down there where I can't see him. I can shoot that tail. Wonder where his ass went. I really would have liked to have seen those two beef against each other. That would have been great. Oh, there he is. Alright, well, I'm gonna take off. Let's head for the higher ground. Holy Moses, what is that? That an apatosaur that got stuck in the muck? Or maybe it's an aberrant. Oh yeah, that thing is way too big to be your standard Bronto. Way too big.
size of this behemoth. What even are you? Are you a brachiosaur? So it looks like you've got gravel bedded in your back. Not gonna lie. It's like a walking fortress. Some terror birds down there. Fire bear. Just taking in the sights. Well, we got a snake down there. Oh, wow. Lots of snakes over here. Jeez. Guess I shouldn't be so surprised because of the swamp, right? Whoa! Yeah, fellow wants a piece of me. For sure. The bugs want a piece, for sure. Do not hit the Pelagornis. Alright, you overgrown slinky. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay. Just a turtle. Just a tutu. wonder what made him so dizzy. Her. It's Rick after all. Why is my bird dizzy? It's not because they're hangry, is it? They're still mostly full. So I suppose I could. So, no, you got plenty of food. Did you eat the bad shit? She might have eaten the bad shit. If that's the case. Oh. Look at that. See that? It went away. Ooh, flying into a cloud. It should be safe enough to put down here. All right. And home's right down there. All right, let's go. Finally, back to where we started. Nope. Nope. And you. And that can be dropped. Don't care about it. Put that in there. All right. Oh, wait. Putting these in the wrong spot. My bad. All right. Tia, you get in the saddle. Hopefully this will not be a death's kiss for you. All right. Well, I think that's just going to about do it for me tonight. I said about everything that I wanted to say, and anything that I really wanted to do. Managed to get my shit back home, which is great. Wish it wasn't so messy, though. And it would have been nice to have tamed one of those larger predators. But anyway, no matter what time of day it is, I hope you've been having a good one, and continue to do so. And until next time, adios.